Bonjour, Ani, and welcome to Native Lights, where Indigenous voices shine. I'm your host, Cole Primo.
And I'm your other host, Leah Lemm. Miigwech for joining us. Native Lights is a place for Native folks to tell their stories. Every week we have great conversations with wonderful guests from a whole bunch of different backgrounds, and we talk with them about their gifts and how they share those gifts with their communities. It's been really exciting to see the evolution of technology in radio and podcasting. It's really opened up and invited in more people to be able to contribute their voices. It moved from needing to be in the studio, sitting with another person, an engineer, to being able to engineer your own program virtually at home. I'm Leah Lemm. I'm a citizen of the Mille Lacs Band of Ojibwe. I'm a mother, a spouse, and a community story sharer. And I've been working in radio and podcasting for a long time now, nearly 15 years. I started out behind the scenes as an engineer and then eventually started reporting and hosting down the line, and it's been really fun.
Today we're speaking with Jada Brown, a Twin Cities-based singer and spoken word poet who is affiliated with the Turtle Mountain Band of Ojibwe.
Yeah, so you write, correct?
Yeah, I do write. I've written all my own songs. So I guess I'm a songwriter. I guess that marks me as a songwriter.
I am a musician, and so I got my start in audio recording from doing that, from recording myself, from recording others. I studied at the Berklee College of Music in music production and engineering. I also had this love for radio, public radio. I grew up on it. It was always on in the car. And so I took what I learned from music production and engineering and applied it to radio. So that's how I got into radio. From there, while being behind the scenes, it was part of my job to monitor and listen to all the stations that we were in charge of where I was working. And I noticed that there were some voices that weren't being highlighted a lot. So I remember my dad saying that if I could do something about it, I wasn't allowed to complain. So I started in interviewing Native folks. I didn't know what I was doing. I'm an introvert, I'm shy, and I just started talking to people. And though it was very painful for a shy, introverted person, I sort of stuck with it and made the transition from engineering to putting the mic in front of my face.
WTIP asked John how racial inequality affects the community and what inspires his work as a trainer with the People's Institute for Survival and Beyond.
People are dying. People are dying because of racism.
So at any time, I'm working on multiple projects simultaneously. But one of the consistent projects that I work on throughout the year and year over year has been Native Lights, where Indigenous voices shine. That's through Ampers and Minnesota Native News. And we interview folks every week from around Minnesota or connected to Minnesota about their gifts and how they share those gifts with their communities. And it's really fun, and it's like meeting new friends every week. So I really enjoy that program. I also work on Minnesota Native News as a reporter from time to time, and I do It Happens Here with WTIP, and I also work with the Minnesota Humanities Center. That work is popping up now with the We Are Water exhibits, and I interview folks for that. I'm also starting in on a project with Arts Midwest, another podcast. I'm joining Marianne Combs as a co-host for Filling the Well. That's a really fun project. And I also have a passion project called Wisdom Continuum that I host with my husband, Daniel Lemm.
Hey!
Hey, Terry.
Oh, wow. It's so great to see you, Dan. Hi, Leah.
You too, Terry.
Hi. Nice to see you.
Terry, I don't think you've met Leah before and vice versa. So, Terry, my wife, Leah. Leah, longtime great person, friend, Terry Peterson.
It's nice to meet you. And Daniel and I are in the same house. We are just in different rooms. So I truly believe that everybody has a story to share. And if I hear that somebody's doing great work, yes, of course, I'll want to check them out and see if they want to chat. And oftentimes, it's the folks who aren't in the limelight already that particularly interest me. So it's sort of this balance of making sure that we're amplifying Native voices that aren't always, out in the main conversation, and then also having the folks who are getting more of the coverage or the limelight. So I have a running list of folks that I want to talk to, and I'm pretty sure I'm never going to run out.
First, let's take a short trip down memory lane.
I come from a family that pretty much of us are all artists. And if they're not doing artwork, they're doing maple syrup, wild ricing, or fixing cars.
These interviews are more than making a piece and then sending it out to radio stations. It's more than recording and then chopping it up and packaging it and delivering it. It's building a relationship. It's being invited into somebody's home. It's sharing coffee. It's sharing food, which, I don't know if it gets better than that. It's building community while working. And here we are again, Cole, amplifying Native voices this week. My mission to amplify Native voices just evolved very simply. As an audio engineer, amplification is a part of the job. It's kind of more of a technical term. And Native voices are the voices in my family. They're the voices of my community, voices that I wasn't hearing. So I put those two together, amplification and Native voices, and there's my mission, to amplify Native voices.
You can find all the projects that Leah is working on at leahklemm.com.